Sawubona, Dr. Biyela, MPL yaKwaZulu Natal. Ngixolise ucingo lolu olukhalayo, mhlawumbe ama-SMS angenayo. Nginombuzo la engasho ukuthi umbuzo kodwa uhambisana ne-statement nge-Provincial Government of Unity ukuthi yaba possible kanjani uma ubheka ama-election results lawa atholakala lapha kwe-IEC dashboard. For example, it is common cause that the Umkhonto weSizwe party won the most seats, the most votes in KwaZulu-Natal, gaining over 1.5 million votes, or roughly 45% of the votes, which means that they are the ones who got the majority of the votes in KwaZulu-Natal. And logically, if you use the majoritarian thinking model, they should have voted with the IFP as the two biggest parties in KwaZulu-Natal and then form a majority government. But the majoritarian version of politics did not happen. Instead, kwenzeke imbumba kasekane where you have small parties coming together to form a government of provincial unity. If you look at the IFP, which was supposed to be the official opposition because it gained 18.28% of the votes, or roughly 640,000 votes, if you count them individually. But still, that was almost over 800,000 votes less than what the MK party got, meaning that really the MK party has the right to form the government, or had the right to form the government. But somehow something happened, which is a political miracle that placed the IFP in the premiership position in KwaZulu-Natal, and also occupying a lot of executive position with MECs coming from the IFP. The ANC, which had ruled the government of KwaZulu-Natal, or the province of KwaZulu-Natal, for 20 years since 2004, came in at a close third to the IFP, meaning that the IFP didn't win by much compared to the ANC, but it was able to beat the ANC, the party that was in power in terms of votes. The ANC got roughly 17% of the votes. And the Democratic Alliance, which has been the official opposition in KwaZulu-Natal when the IFP fell to its lowest, becoming the third biggest party in KwaZulu-Natal. The Democratic Alliance won 470,000 votes, which is a lot of votes really, and allowed them to be part of the provincial government of unity. And the AFF, which is also a very small party in KwaZulu-Natal, gained 2.38% of the votes, which makes me think about the coalition government itself, to say, how did it happen that the MK party could not find an agreement with the IFP in the majoritarian model, and also on the third party model, it didn't find any common ground with the ANC, which had 17%, which is enough to form a government in KwaZulu-Natal. And also, if you look at the affinity model, the ANC and the MK party come from the same historical background of all being part of the MK and the struggle for the liberation of South Africa. So meaning that according to the affinity model, they're supposed to work together in order to, even the AFF itself comes from the ANC historically. It was formed in 2013 coming from the ANC after Floyd Shivambu, Julius Malema and Sindiso Magaqa and Floyd Shivambu and others were removed from the ANC by the disciplinary committee for comments that they made in relation to the government of Robert Mugabe in Zimbabwe. So there are these two models: the majoritarian model, where the ANC was supposed to vote with the IFP and form a government as the majority parties, and then there's also the affinity model, where the IFP, the ANC and the MK party were supposed to work together. And then also there's the third option, which is the Dalindyebo option, to say, to hell with it, to the dogs, and join the DA and form the government with the DA. But it would have been difficult for the MK party to form the government of national of provincial unity with the DA, because it says Maibuye, meaning that this is a land conscious organization, which means Africa must come back, meaning that the land of Africans must come back. But then we know that the DA historically has fought against the changing of Section 25 of the Constitution to allow for expropriation of land without compensation. So the Dalinjebo model will not have worked, and we saw Dalinjebo protesting against the ANC many times, joining different political parties first, joining the EFF or joining the DA first, and then joining the EFF later, as a protest against the ANC, to say that this ANC is not the ANC that they created, because his father was part of the ANC, is also part of the ANC, was part of the ANC, and now he's no longer part of the ANC because of what the ANC is failing to do. So those are the two models that I've used to analyze the government of national unity and I mean of provincial unity in KwaZulu Natal, to say that Isilo Umisuzulu is really ruling over a potential political minefield, because the party that has the majority of the votes is not in government, and it is the parties that are in minority which are in government, if you compare them to individually to the MK party. So that is I think the biggest problem, Dr. Biela, that the government of provincial unity faces. It is created in an illogical way, because it was the MK party, if we use the majoritarian model, which was supposed to form the government of national unity. The premium was supposed to come from them, but instead it came from the IFP party that was only supposed to be an official opposition according to the number of votes that the party got in the elections. I thank you very much, Dr. Biela.